Hello, and welcome back. My name is Maria. So happy to have you visiting my channel. Please be sure to subscribe, help me build my channel. And leave a thumbs up and a comment. Today I'm going to start with a overall collective general reading of the energies. If you today are thinking about past cycles or lessons that you have either recently in like the recent past or even like years ago went through, learned from, I'm not sure. I don't know what the conclusion of those lessons for you were, but if they're coming up today, please know you're not alone because I am deep in that. Like today, my mind and the energy in my body has brought up so many previous feelings and thoughts and almost like reevaluation, almost like I'm sitting in this place where I'm like, okay, this is starting to look similar to past experiences, and like evaluating, like, okay, what is this legit? The cycle repeating, or like how am I gonna discern this, and how am I gonna move through the energy? And obviously I'm gonna allow it to unfold how it is. I don't have that clarity yet, but I just want you guys to know you're not alone if that's something you're experiencing. Yeah, let's go. I also believe, okay, I don't claim to be an astrologer, but I do know that there is a full moon today and it's an eclipse in Aquarius, and I also know Saturn just went retrograde. And I know my own chart, so I know like that's relevant to me, but again, please don't take any sort of astrology reflection from me. I can only speak to my own experience and what I know for myself. But, all right, let's go. How have you all been? How are you feeling? How are you doing? What's going on in your life? Let's start with overall energy surrounding us, yeah? Ooh, Nine of Swords. Told you, you're not alone. Okay, our overall energy, like our current energy. Knight of Wands, nice. So we're looking at it differently. We're evaluating this Nine of Wands overall energy with more clarity than maybe we have in the past. Oh, I do have my, yeah, you see a bit of glare in my glasses. It's kind of distracting me because I do this on selfie mode. Does everyone do it on selfie mode? I don't know. Anyway, sorry about the glare if it comes up. Let's do recent past. Energy of recent past. All right. King of Pentacles. We're feeling good. We're feeling stable. We're feeling grounded. We feel like we know what we're looking for, what we want, and that's probably why these things are coming back up with this Nine of Swords. Okay, energy of the near future. And the Star, and then energy that we can't see but is at play. The Empress. All right. Two of Swords on the bottom of that deck. Okay, I'm going to use a separate deck to clarify. And if you wait till the end of the video, I will do a masculine and feminine as well. That feels relevant. Although, we'll see what happens, because I don't feel like this is actually connected to any sort of separation or misalignment of our inner masculine and feminine. It just feels like it's something that's being witnessed and noticed, this Nine of Swords. But, all right, clarify Nine of Swords. Three of Swords. Yeah, this is just very much like the past, not the past coming back to haunt us, but that's what comes to mind. But noticing certain things in our life that maybe we have experienced before, noticing certain thought patterns, how we're evaluating, analyzing our situations. But I also get the energy of like, ensure yourself that you're not logically making decisions too soon. Trust that inner discernment, trust the timing. Remember, I always say in my videos, our inner masculine knows when things feel ready to take action on. And until you gain that clarity, until the masculine, inner masculine tells us to move or tells us it's definitive and we have our answer, we have our clarity, we don't want to be acting too quickly. We don't want to be acting out of fear, right? Or protection. King of Wands. All right, so I got the Five of Cups, Ace of Wands. I always forget to show you the cards, so I apologize. I do my best. I'm getting this energy of exactly what I said when the King of Wands came out. Like, this is different. This is not coming up as a full-on relearn this lesson cycle. This is more of like a self-evaluation, what you're able to discern within the energies, and how deeply are you going to trust yourself that you'll know what to do, or how deeply are you going to trust how you feel, and are you going to use logic to justify your feelings, and are you going to act out of that logic, or are you going to allow yourself to feel those feelings and then decide what to do, if anything. Maybe these things are just coming up to be witnessed again. And I think I've said that the past couple days in my readings, is things don't always come up because we have to do something about them. They come up because there's an energy or some sort of essence in that situation or experience that we've had that is just wanting to ground and wanting to, kind of go in deeper. I think I did that yesterday, that same gesture. So that's what I'm getting there. Okay, recent past, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You don't even know. Because this is a certain amount of inner security that is developing. I don't know if it's fully developed yet, but there is, and maybe we don't have to do an inner masculine and feminine, because this tells me that they're working so cohesively, that this Nine of Swords, Three of Swords has this energy of overthinking, this energy of reevaluating, or thought patterns coming back up, or fears coming back up, has nothing to do with our inner union. It has everything to do with how we're going to observe those circumstances. That's what that tells me. So all the work that you've done leading up to this is solid. So solid. Like, you've done it. Okay. The Star. There is a release, though, that has to happen. It's like this energy of, okay, I'm gonna pull. Oh my God. Don't be, sorry, this is the message. I'm just speaking very direct. Don't be too overly controlling of what your physical reality should look like. So when this Nine of Swords comes up, when this Three of Swords come up, when all these thoughts are past behaviors that you're witnessing in your friendships or in your connections or in your job or wherever this is showing up for you, there's an element of knowing how you want things to be, but there's also the balance of being open to how things could come in that you don't see yet. So don't completely shut yourself off. Oh, this is so complicated. Hold on. Yeah, okay, let me try to explain. Okay, I am seeing us, in a position where this pattern of thinking or these past cycles or feelings are coming up, and it's not happening as much internally as it is that we are seeing it. Or there's an element of like, I fear that this is going to turn into that. Okay. With that being said, it is important to have discernment, like I said, and it's important to have your boundaries, and it's important to evaluate your investment. That is our inner masculine energy. That is the workings of him being able to discern if we are aligning to the vision, if we are actually acting in devotion to the inner feminine's insight, knowing, feeling, vision. Okay. So as you're going through this, as you're making these decisions, or you're pulling back your energy, or evaluating your investments, or trying to discern if something is going to repeat a cycle, it's really important that you don't become overly critical or cynical about yourself, right? So that self-talk, but also about other people. Like, because what I'm like sensing is that if new opportunities come in, which they are, because I think 2 days ago I did a reading, which reminds me, if you go like that video, if it reaches 25 thumbs up, I will start offering some free energy readings on YouTube. Besides the point, I'll leave that information in the bio description below. But if we become overcritical or if we box ourselves into this discernment, if we are not actually able to flow through the discernment, allow things to pass, allow things to kind of unfold, while also utilizing our discernment to the capacity that it's meant to at that moment, without trying to go too fast or cut off things too quick, or there's that element of allowing things to also flow naturally, because we want to be able to then allow that structure that we're building to still let things in. And if we become too strict in our belief that everything is going to mirror that, like past pattern, there are things and opportunities that won't be able to be seen fully, because we're going to be stuck in trying the evaluation of everything else. So if we're so focused on everything else constantly, maybe repeating a cycle, we're not actually open and allowing other things to flow in, because our focus isn't within, right? So it's about making sure the star card, right, in your future, making sure that we come back to ourselves. And then I got the 8 of Pentacles, but this one's different. The imagery on this one makes me think this. So it's like, I'll show it to you here. Yeah. Okay, so she like feels trapped. She's in this, like, I don't know, poison ivy. They look like rose thorn. What? Stems? Then I got the Lovers and the Page of Cups. So ensuring that our structure doesn't become too rigid, that we don't get too focused on the repetitiveness of what is coming and showing itself, because we want to still remain open to the Lovers, to the Page of Cups. If you have questions about that, you can leave it in the comments. I'll feel free to give any clarity I can on that. That's near future. So move through these 9 of Swords energy and this 3 of Swords energy. Don't get attached to it, because it's not about healing the cycle this time. It's not about fixing ourselves because we're still manifesting the cycle. That's not what this is. This is observing what's happening and coming back to ourselves so that we can move through it and navigate it in alignment, because that still keeps us open. But if we're trying to then, if we then all of a sudden think that this cycle says anything about us or our worth and our openness is attached to ending this cycle completely, then we completely take ourselves out of being, out of presence, you know? All right. Empress for what we don't see. Empress for what we don't see. Ooh, nice. Ooh, wow. Okay, we got the King of Wands again. I love that for us. It's being reflected. So the more that we can hold this King of Wands energy of like just doing what we need to do. We don't need to rush. We're just going to be in our authority, in our alignment, and move accordingly. Same with the Queen of Swords. It's giving me the same vibe of like, I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to chase an answer. I'm not going to fix. I'm not going to tell myself that I'm not fully healed yet. Instead, I'm going to take this one step at a time. I'm going to keep coming back to myself, and I'm going to keep reminding myself that I can act when it's in alignment to me. And then the Fool. So the Empress and the Fool, like, what a beautiful receptive energy. And because we can't see this, it's coming forth as like, it might sound really cheesy, but like as within, so without. Like, because we can't see this energy, it's a matter of when we embrace the surrender of the external reality, the external world for what is within, and trusting that without rushing, without needing to fix it, without needing to understand it, and just letting it be and witnessing it, observing it, and living about our lives, that this Empress Fool energy with the King of Wands, Queen of Swords becomes inner alignment that we then are going to see reflected into our reality. But it might not happen right away because we, on the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Pentacles. But this is the step of the foundation. And I think yesterday in the reading, I was talking about longevity. We're here building longevity of a new energy. We're not here for the quick fixes, right? We're here to continuously come back to ourselves so that we can build that trust with life. We can build the trust within ourselves so then we can build trust that life will meet us where we're at. And playing the long game, you know? Cool. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't allow yourself to have to feel like things are happening again. I get that feeling. I had that feeling this morning. I was like, oh, I have to go through this again. No, this is telling us, no, don't lose yourself in that. Don't go there. That's not what this is. So I'm going to leave you with that. That's a really beautiful message. Please read the description below. I have information about a mentorship that I'm doing, that I have one more spot left for. It's free in exchange for some testimonials and some reviews. I'll also leave information and the link to the video from a couple days ago, because I did say if we get 25 likes on it, then I'll set something up that we can do some readings. Yeah. Please subscribe. Thumbs up. I want to build my channel. It's going pretty good, to be fair. Like yesterday, I got 10 new subscribers. Pretty good. But okay, check it out. And I will talk to you all soon. I'm sending you so much love.